Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Welcome everyone, part 2 here of my my 8-part series, which is going to take about a year to get through. And it's sort of an experiment where I'm going to be buying cards just as seasons are ending and then reselling them as the seasons are beginning. And the first video I did on this was just sort of the intro as to, you know, the details of the strategy. And if you want to see that, I've included a link to it in the description below. But this is part 2, like I said. And in this part, I am buying baseball, as baseball season has just recently ended. And so I bought a bunch of baseball cards that are going to be used for this experiment. And we're going to sort of see if this pans out to be profitable over the course of a year. And yeah, that's what's going on here. Just a quick recap. I'm focusing on young established players, although I broke that rule a little bit here. I'm trying to get a cross-section of players, so I'm not trying to predict who's going to be hot. I'm just sort of trying to get a number of different players included, only focusing on rookie cards and graded rookie cards, really high-grade rookie cards, as it turned out for this particular experiment. They all ended up being PSA 10s. That was not really the goal, but that's just sort of the way it worked out. I ended up buying 11 cards in total, representing 8 different players, and I got most of them sort of right at market value as of November. A few of them a little bit under market value, not much, but you know, the goal was not to sort of pick up bargains here. The goal was to sign up, pick up cards at roughly market value, and see if the market value has increased on them, you know, come March or so as the season is getting ready to begin. But all right, I'll just run through the 11 cards and what I paid for them and what platform I used to buy them. I ended up using 4 different platforms to buy, and I will use 3 different platforms to sell. And we'll go over the financials at the end, down to the penny. First card, 2022 Bowman Chrome Atomic Refractor Elly De La Cruz, his first Bowman Chrome card. It's a PSA 10, and I won this on eBay in auction for $183.50. It's right about market value if you go by recent sales of the card in a PSA 10. And I think I put in 10 total bids on eBay, and I ended up winning 3 cards in auction on eBay as the platform. And in addition to the 3 auctions, I also bought 1 card on eBay as a buy it now. That was this card here, 2022 Bowman Chrome Mega Box Elly De La Cruz, very similar card, PSA Gem Mint 10. And this one the seller had listed for $77.99 as a buy it now. So I went ahead and just bought one of these for, you know, to use for the test, as that was right about market value. Next card I bought in a Goldin auction, and we'll have it shipped straight to my PSA Vault account, which you can do with the Goldin auctions. And it will just sit there in my Vault account until I decide to sell it. It's a 2022 Topps Chrome Update Sapphire Julio Rodriguez rookie, PSA 10. I won this for $104 in the auction. That includes the buyer's premium, so that's all in. And with the vaults, there's no sales tax and shipping costs, which is nice for this experiment. Similar card, just not the Sapphire. 2022 Topps Chrome Update Purple Refractor Julio Rodriguez rookie, again a PSA 10, and this one I won on eBay. $53 was the winning bid, and both Julio Rodriguez and Elly De La Cruz sort of fit the bill perfectly. Young stars who have had some success already. You know, the potential for there to be hype around them at the start of the season certainly exists. Next player I screwed up on a little bit here. Jason Dominguez, bought 2 cards of his. First is this 2020 Bowman Chrome Sapphire Edition, first Bowman Chrome card, PSA Gem Mint 10. I actually bought this at a card show, paid $150 cash for it, and that's like slightly below market value. I think average recent sales is about $160, so 5 to 10% below market value. And then I also bought the same card, but the paper version, 2020 Bowman Paper Prospects, Jason Dominguez, PSA Gem Mint 10, first Bowman card. Bought this in a PWCC auction for $26.40, and that's all in, including the buyer's premium, and there's no additional fees. This will be sent straight to my PWCC Vault account, and I'll just sit there until I decide to sell it, whenever that is. Now, the reason I say I screwed up a little bit on Jason Dominguez is I knew he was injured. I thought he was going to be ready for the start of the season, but just found out a couple days ago that he's not projected to come back until mid-season, so probably wouldn't want to sell these right at the start of the season when he's still got a couple months of injury left. We'll figure out how to deal with that later. Might not include these 2 in the experiment, or might wait a couple months and sell these a little later than the others and just include them that way, but that is to be determined later. So those were the 3 players I bought multiple cards of: Elly De La Cruz, Julio Rodriguez, and Jason Dominguez, 2 each. And then everyone else I bought just 1 card of. And again, I wasn't like targeting specific players or anything like that. I was more just targeting a whole bunch of guys, and these were the ones I happened to win. Adley Rutschman rookie, 2023 Topps Chrome Pink Refractor, PSA 10, and I won this in auction for $46 on eBay. And for the cards I won on eBay, I'll have them shipped to me, and I will sell them myself on eBay in March in auction. Vladimir Guerrero rookie, 2019 Topps Chrome Prizm Refractor, PSA 10, and this went, I bought this one for $79.20. This was a PWCC auction. Again, that will just go to my PWCC Vault account. Pete Alonso, 2019 Topps Chrome Sepia Refractor, PSA 10, and this was just $31.20. Amazing how cheap that is, but yeah, basically current market value. Won this one on PWCC as well. And then the last two guys are, I wouldn't call them young stars anymore. They're definitely more established, but I thought I'd throw in a couple of them to see if see how they do. Manny Machado, rookie, 2013 Topps Chrome Refractor, PSA 10, and this is back when refractors were a little rarer than they are in, the 2019, 20, 21, 22 years. So this card's much tougher than other refractor rookies. $186 was the winning bid here, or that's the winning price that I paid, so that includes the buyer's premium. But that was on PWCC. And the last card, Xander Bogaerts, was definitely not on my radar for this experiment, but I saw this card, I looked up comps, was sort of surprised it wasn't worth more, so threw in a bid. I ended up winning it, and we'll include it here. 2014 Topps Chrome Black Refractor, Xander Bogaerts rookie. It's a PSA 10, and this card's still numbered out of 100. And I mean, he's having he's 30 years old, so he's not a young up-and-coming star, but he's having a solid career, and he's still a star in the league, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Won it for $222 on a PWCC auction, and it's just a pop 8, so, a key rookie, very rare in this grade of a notable star. Like I said, Bogaerts and Machado don't really fit the bill as sort of young stars, but close enough. So those are the 11 cards I bought for the baseball portion of this experiment, and all these cards will be put up for auction in March to see how they do. With, as I mentioned, the possible exception of the 2 Jason Dominguez cards, might delay that a little bit because of the injury, but we'll sort of figure that out later. All the cards I bought on eBay, I'll also sell on eBay via auction. All the cards I bought on PWCC, I'll also sell via PWCC auction, and the card I bought on Goldin, I'll sell via Goldin auction. And the one card I bought at the card show, I'll sell that on eBay via auction. Total purchase price for the 11 cards was $1,159.29. The eBay purchases had shipping costs with them, so $19.73 in shipping costs. The vaults, there's no shipping, and same if you buy on a card show, obviously. And sales tax, now I have a resale license, so I don't have to pay sales tax on these, but I included it for anyone sort of curious if you were, doing this experiment with sales tax. $21.63 sales tax would have been charged on the eBay purchases. So total all-in costs $1,200.65. And all three platforms, eBay, PWCC, and Goldin, of course, come with seller fees, roughly 15-ish% or so. So in order to break even, this group of cards will need to sell for about $1,400 or so in total. That's roughly the break-even spot. Anything over that will show a profit, and certainly hoping for that. And I would predict that, but obviously don't know that for sure. But yeah, we shall see, and that's sort of the point of this experiment. So. But that's it. Let me know what you thought of the cards. This is sort of a good cross-section, representation of players or not. But next installment will be in February when I do my buying football segment. And then, football is the sport I think the strategy will work the best in. So I'll probably go pretty heavy buying football in February, right around when the when the season ends, of course. And then just a month later in March, I'll be selling the baseball cards we just saw in this video here, so we can see how we did. But hope everyone enjoyed all this. Would love to hear comments on everything, what's going on, the strategy, what do you think, and all that. But I really appreciate it. Have a great one, and see you next time. Thanks, everyone.